being threatened by one of the attackers in the Sledgehammer versus Lamborghini case. It's absolutely ridiculous. Stay tuned. I have the brothers here from the Soleil Law Group. We're gonna get right into it. What the I have a list of insane demands from one of the attackers, including me paying him money, as well as going after a government official. How is this not blackmail or extortion?
Yeah, Dave, you're right. And as insane as this demand is, it's not actually blackmail or extortion because it's actually in response to an email that I had sent out. I emailed this defendant a reasonable settlement offer. We didn't hear back from him, so I followed up. And I said, hey, we haven't heard from you. If you're not gonna accept our offer, do you have a counter offer that I can take back to my clients? And this was his response, and it is so ridiculous and so insane. First, he attacked you guys in person, and now he's attacking you guys through me, and I'm not gonna stand for this. And my law firm is gonna make sure that he pays for what he's doing.
Now, you're probably wondering who we're talking about. We'll get to that in a minute. First, I wanna go after the first demand, because it's crazy. He wants me to pay him $25,000.
All right, Dave, let's backtrack a little bit here. I saw some of you guys in the comments talk about my clients are dragging this out a bit and that the insurance is gonna cover it and that they've been paid out. Let's clarify one thing. This is not going through insurance. Our clients have not been paid a dime to this day. So at a minimum, my clients are out $6,000 for the windshield, and we're not even gonna get into lost profits, loss of use of the vehicle. And at the end of the day, as victims of this crime, the attacker wants my clients to pay them for his wrong actions. It's blasphemy.
In what world does the victim of an assault like this pay the aggressor for the damages that they caused? No accountability for his own actions. It's ridiculous.
You're probably wondering what's his reasoning for wanting $25,000 from me. It's all here in the letter. Please read this for me.
So this defendant said, here's my counteroffer. You pay me $25,000 for damage to my reputation, which essentially means defamation.
Now let me explain to you what defamation is. There are a few elements to defamation. The first one being one of the most important ones is that you need to state a fact and not an opinion. Let me explain the difference. A statement of fact would be, hey Dave, you were guilty in 2019 of assaulting an elderly person. I'm stating a fact here. I'm saying that he did something and it is a fact. Now let me contrast that with an opinion. If I were to say, hey, I think it's really dumb to not hire an attorney in a lawsuit. That's my opinion, not a fact. Some people might think it's smart, some people might think it's dumb. My opinion is that it's dumb. So now you understand the difference between a fact and an opinion. So, first element, you need to state a fact. Now the second element is that statement of fact needs to be false. So essentially what this defendant is alleging here is that the boys, through the YouTube channel, happen to record and document this defendant's wrongdoing, and now he's alleging that it's damaging his reputation, and he wants to be compensated for his own wrong actions. It just so happens that the boys happen to document the whole thing, and they didn't alter any part of it.
There's been no alterations. There's been no false statements. Not only that, the police came, made a report, which we talked about in a previous video. The fact that this defendant is demanding $25,000 for his own doings, he caused this. If his reputation was damaged at all, it's because of his own actions, and there's zero accountability on this guy. He needs to take responsibility for his own actions. And the fact that he's seeking damages of $25,000 for this alleged defamation claim is ridiculous, and we'll take care of it. And the next demand is, he wants you guys to shut up. He wants you guys to stop talking about what you have to say about this. He wants the boys to specifically take down all comments, pictures, and videos of this defendant across all social media platforms. He wants to restrict your freedom of speech, and that's ridiculous. We never once disclosed this defendant's name, identity, address. We kept everything professional, confidential. We could have said this person's name, but we didn't, because we didn't want to escalate the situation. All we're doing is talking about what happened. We're talking about facts. We're talking about the video that was taken, the police report. Not once did we make a false statement. Not once did we encourage or incite the DDE fans to harass or do anything bad to any of the defendants. All we're doing is providing you guys with the updates that you guys deserve.
So what would you do? Would you pay him $25,000? Would you delete the comments and censor your audience, delete the videos? We've always valued the opinion of the DD family. I want to hear from you. I'm seriously curious. What would you do?
And to piggyback off of that, just when you thought it couldn't get any crazier, oh, it does. Let's get into the next demand.
You're probably wondering by now, who are we talking about? Who's making these crazy demands? It is a person who hit the actual windshield.
Better known as Sledgehammer.
Hit my car with that. Oh, I don't know, did I? You did.
Huh? So as a reminder, Sledgehammer was arrested at the scene and charged criminally for his actions. Read the last one, please.
So in his own words, he said, "Use your best efforts to convince the district attorney, the government official, to drop all criminal charges against me." So essentially what he's saying is he wants Damon and Dave, the boys, to give the district attorney a call and say, "Hey, we know that this person vandalized our Lamborghini, that we had to pay $6,000, but from the goodness of our heart, we want to go ahead and release him of all responsibilities and accountability for his own doing." Why? Well, there's no reason why.
Plus, he wants to get paid $25,000.
We're so sorry for the inconveniences this caused your life. We'll
Again.
make an apology letter.
Again, no accountability for his own actions. He did this, and he has to understand that his actions have consequences. That's why we have the legal justice system. This is what it's designed for. What he's asking for is not justice. What we're demanding and seeking for Damon and Dave, that's justice.
And his last point on here is basically, if we don't do all these items he's asked for, he's gonna sue us for defamation.
That's exactly right. His last demand, in exchange for these demands that we've talked about, I will not counter complain against you for defamation, which we've already discussed has zero merit in this case.
Best of luck with that defamation claim. We can't wait to see it.
So to summarize everything from day one, Damon's driving his car, he's attacked, his vehicle is vandalized. All those things we've already discussed. The person who did it, the person that damaged the car, wants to get a paycheck, wants us to censor you guys, and get him out of trouble. Why would we do that? Why would we want to help you? If you're watching this at home right now, are you not, is your blood boiling? Because mine is. This is crazy.
In what world would you think this is okay? Not a reasonable one, I'll tell you that much.
So now what? Obviously I'm not writing a check for $25,000. What are our options?
So yeah, we've talked about it in a previous video. The further away we are from a potential settlement, the more likely we are to go to trial. However, because this specific defendant also has criminal proceedings against him, the court will actually set what's known as a restitution hearing, where we go to the court, we talk to the judge and say, hey, these are the damages: loss of use, lost profits, windshield damages, and the judge will evaluate it and award us. And that's where we're headed right now. Not a settlement, we are going to court.
All right, guys, just as a reminder, Sledgehammer does not have an attorney in this case. He is representing himself. And this is a prime example of why you should not go that route. Ollie is about to read you his response to Sledgehammer's counteroffer.
Here we go, guys. Respectfully, I don't think you understand how deep of a hole you are digging yourself in. We will see you at trial. And we are also looking forward to hearing from the attorney that is willing to pick up your meritless defamation case. We will be seeking our attorney fees for our time wasted in litigating that matter. Good luck.
Good luck. Let's go eat.
So, how are we coming?